Italian means my kitchen. And boy, do I have an amazing, delicious, gluten-free, yes, gluten-free cranberry muffin. And we are listening to some wonderful calming music to help us today to be calm and also to be healthy. And I want to work with, I'm going to show you the wet ingredients first, and then I will show you the dry ingredients. And this is so easy. I am not wearing no fadale. Fadale in Italian means apron. I'm not wearing any. So let me bring you to the wet ingredients. I am going to be utilizing 2 eggs that I'm just going to put right in here. 2 eggs, just like so. Then to these 2 eggs, I'm just going to kind of break them a little bit. And then what I have here is I have ghee. And this is grass-fed organic ghee. And what I want to do is I want to use a tablespoon of this deliciousness. And I'm just going to add it like that. And I'm just going to start whisking. Start whisking. Okay, you see what I'm doing? Start whisking. So a tablespoon of ghee, 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup of melted coconut, and I'm using coconut oil goes in here. Just keep mixing, keep mixing. And then what I have here is I have a teaspoon of orange extract and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And pretty much, guys, this is going to be all. So I want to make sure that I get all of it in here. And it's delicious. Wait till you guys try this. Oh my God. And you know, for Thanksgiving to have something like this muffin, mamma mia, delicious. And I call it a breakfast muffin. And I made them earlier. Right now they're cooling, so I can show it to you. So what you want to do is you really want to get in here and you want to put some air. Put some air in here because this is all the wet ingredients. So I'm going to put this to the side. So we're going to put it right here. And then let me bring you to the dry ingredients. And what we're going to do is we're going to sift all the dry ingredients. Hello everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I know it's early in the morning and whoa. Let me go get my cup of coffee. Yes, my cup of coffee because it's early. Because after all, it's like a breakfast muffin. So what I have here is a 1/8 teaspoon of salt. 1/8 teaspoon of salt is going to go right in here. I have here a teaspoon of baking powder with baking soda. Goes also in here. Right in here. I also have here a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. Yes, coconut sugar goes in here. And this is really good for, you know, vegetarians, people that are in paleo, people that are very sensitive to gluten. I'm very sensitive to gluten, and if I eat gluten, I just blow up. And then I have 1 cup of coconut flour. 1 cup of coconut flour is going to go right in here too. Everything is going to be sifted, guys. I'm going to sift everything. 1 cup goes right in here. And then what I also have is 1 cup of almond flour. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. I keep my coconut flour and my almond flour in the refrigerator. Yes, in the refrigerator. Okay. Now, if you don't want to use coconut flour, you can also use a gluten-free flour. And you can also use that. All right, so we're just going to mix this really, 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 really well. I want this to be very well mixed. Very, very well mixed. So in my case, what I did is I did a 1/2 cup of coconut flour and a 1/2 cup of gluten-free flour, and that's what I'm putting in here with a 1 cup of almond flour. That is my personal preference. Is what is your personal preference, because they both work wonderful. And then what I want to do is I really want to mix this, guys. You know, we really got to mix this really, really well. And I'm telling you, this is a delicious muffin. And I am going to be using actually a 1/2 cup to a cup of fresh cranberries and I am not going to chop them. They're going to go whole into the muffin. Oh yes, wait till you have this muffin. It's delicious. My husband already ate 3. I had to make more. I've been up since 12 o'clock in the morning. Figure that out. He loves sweets. But you know, we have to also be very careful with the sugar and everything. So now to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I want to add all of this beautiful mixture that I have right here. Just like so. Just like so. Very easy transaction, guys. Very simple. And then what I want you to do is I want you to start folding. All right? You're going to start folding. We're going to start mixing it. And what's happening is when you're working with almond flour, and you're working with coconut flour, and you are working also with a gluten-free flour, you know, you got to give it time to absorb. You know, it looks daunting, it looks dry. If it looks a little dry to you, you know, you may add another tablespoon of ghee. Another tablespoon of ghee. So you may have 2 tablespoons depending on how much is absorbing. Now what I want to do here, and I know it looks crumbly, I want to add my cranberries into this, guys. The cranberry into this. Oh yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this guy sit for a few minutes so they all can, you know, marry together, work together. Oh yeah. I'm going to finish adding the rest of my ghee. It's a total 2 tablespoons of ghee. Sometimes, you know, again, depending on what flour you are using, you may need to add a little bit more ghee. But I will not add any more than 2 tablespoons. Okay, so here we are. It looks crumbly. Keep working at it. Keep working. Let it soak in. Let it soak in. And then what I like to do here is I like to bring a fork. I like to bring a fork in. You see that? I'm not trying to mash it. I just kind of want to work with it. Just work with it. Keep working with it. Keep working with it. Make sure that you get your egg really well in here incorporated. Okay. And I'm telling you, this is a delicious muffin. Delicious muffin. Okay. And what's going to happen is the cranberries are all going to be bursting inside, and it creates this wonderfulness, this wonderful deliciousness. And then when I want to do this, I want to come back here. I want to get all of my, you know, sometimes, you know, when you are adding your ingredients, you leave quite a bit left in, you know, in the little cups. So I just want to make sure I get everything. And it's doing their thing. It's supposed to be crumbly like so. It's getting there. Gotta keep working. Gotta keep working it, guys. Here we are. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to bring the board, the pan, the muffin pans, because what I want to do is I want this to hang out, to do its thing, and then what I want to do over here is I am going to come in with the rest of, have another tablespoon of ghee over here, and I want to get my muffin pans nice and coated. Nice and coated. And you guys got to try this. It is delicious. And they're beautiful. Wait till I show you how I'm going to finish these, guys. Okay, and if you have a little extra, you know, you can always add it to the rest of your batter. To the rest of your batter. Again, you know, depending on what flour you are using is what is going to take place here. Alright, so then what I want to do over here is I want to bring some coconut sugar, and I want to add a little bit of coconut sugar to the bottom, just to the bottom like so, just like so. And that's going to give a nice little deliciousness to that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now what I want to do here is I'm still waiting on these guys. They're doing their thing. They're still doing. Now if it looks a little dry, guys, again, you know, depending when you're mixing different flours, see, it's starting to come together. You have to give it time to come together. We are so used to having everything so liquefied, and we don't need to do that. Okay. Oh yeah. It's almost like a crumble. It's a deliciousness. Now, if you're experiencing something like this, okay? Let me show you, and I did this on purpose so I can show you, because sometimes we're in such a hurry for this to work for us. Then what you can do is you can take your little cup over here, and then you could add, if you choose, a little bit of coconut oil. So I'm just going to grab a tablespoon of my coconut oil. I am going to put it in my little cup over here. Okay? And this is working, guys. This is working with the ingredients. With the ingredients. Again, I did this on purpose so I can show you what you can do if, you know, depending if you're mixing flours. I have mixed the flours. And that's why, but it's nice, but it will hold if I hold it in my hand. You see that? It will hold. But I don't want to do that yet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring my wonderful coconut oil, and then I'm just going to add another tablespoon to this. Okay, to this. Okay, so watch this, guys. To this. Okay, so we're working with it. Just keep working with it. Let me take this, move it out of the side. Because this muffin is a wonderful muffin and is full of nutrition and health. And look at that. See, it's starting to come more together now. Okay. Don't mush it too much. All right, now we are going to add the rest of the other teaspoon. So I added 1.5 extra teaspoons of coconut oil. And they're not going to be oily, they're going to be crumbly, but they are together. They're together. When you're working with these kind of flours, and I know that it's daunting and it's scary, it's a whole different way of baking. It's a whole different way of baking. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to get my scooper. I'm going to get a scooper like so, okay? See what is happening here with your cranberries? All right, so what you're going to do, you're going to take your scooper and you're going to press. This is when you press, okay? And then I am going to come over here like so, and I'm just going to press it right in there. And these guys will come together. Wait till you guys try this. I'm press it again, press it up against the glass like so. One scoop. Don't worry if it goes out of the, if it goes, you know, it's rustico, rustico. Okay, we don't have to mash them, and you see that little cranberry sticking out. You know, it's such a beautiful muffin, and it's so healthy. All right, now we're going to do the other one. Just like that. We're going to do the other topping, just like so. It's a crumbly one, but let me tell you, wait till you try this. You're like, what? How is this going to work? It works. Doesn't have to be mushy. And you know, and let me tell you something else that I have done. I have also used the same batter to make pies. Yes, because you can make, you see that? Let me bring that to you. See, you can use that. And that you can push that down in your pan. So now what we do is we want to just kind of press it a little bit down like so. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made 7 muffins. Well, I can make more. But I just want to show you what they look like. I am going to put it in a 325-degree oven. I am going to put 20 minutes. And then what you want to do is, in the middle of it, you're going to rotate them. Rotate them. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get these muffins. See that? See that? That's what you're going to get. Now, how would you serve this? What I would do is I would bring a beautiful platter like this, and then what I would do is I would kind of put them like this, you know, like like crisscross them, you know, leave some room. And then I will bring fresh cranberries. And then what I want to do is take the cranberries and just put them in the middle. You know, if you're having a breakfast, if you are serving this, you know, it's a breakfast, or you can, you know, if you're having it for Thanksgiving dinner, it is a tart, not super sweet muffin. And what you want to do is you just kind of want to put all these guys so through here like that. Kind of give it a little bit of room. And then remember, I taught you how to candy your leaves. And you can use your leaf, and you know, you can put a little leaf like that, a little leaf like so. And so you're going to put them in the oven for 20 minutes. You're going to shut your oven off, and you're going to leave them in there for a good 10 minutes. And then what you're going to, and then you're going to let them cool completely, and then you can decorate it like this. Like this. Look at that. But I want to open one up. I am going to grab one. Let me grab a little plate, because you know we have to be kings and queens of the castle. And let me show you what it looks like, so I can show you what you are looking at. Oh, mamma mia! Let me show you. Let me show you. You see this? You see this muffin? You see this muffin? All right, so now I'm going to cut it in half, and it's going to be crumbly. Oh my goodness. And look at that, guys. Look at that. You see that? You see that? All right, guys, this is the wonderful breakfast cranberry gluten-free muffin. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Go make it for yourself. And you know what? With cafe and the whole cranberry, oh, you can taste the orange. You know, you can taste the cranberry. And you don't even taste the coconut flour. Again, if you do not want to use the coconut flour, I will use 1 cup of excuse me, I would use 1 cup of almond flour and 1 cup of gluten-free flour. And this is for your health, guys. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. I love every single one of you. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Because when you do that, then you are able to give to others. I want to thank my beautiful sponsor, Cola Harris with FARMASI. I want to thank my beautiful sponsor, Dario with Life and Food Superstores in Ellenton, Florida. And I want to thank you today for joining me, for all of your support. I love every single one of you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. May God bless every single one of you with health and abundance.